morning, one and all. Myself Bhavani from Civil Department. Today I am going to give the lecture on effects and causes of soil erosion. And in this one, in the last class only we know about this soil erosion, means what is meant by this soil erosion, like that one, and what are its types also. And coming to the effects of soil erosion, here we may be having different types of effects here. Some of them is loss of arable land. Here, arable land means agricultural land, we may say. Why? Because if this soil erosion, what it will make? Soil erosion nothing but the removing of the top soil, top layer of the soil here. When because of the natural resources like wind, water, and also by some other natural resources also, this soil can be overall, that the top layer can be eroded easily. So when this soil erosion occurred, that will remove the overall top fertile layer of that soil in the agricultural fields. And when this layer is going to be removed, means that layer will be having so many nutritious minerals in that one. So that will be very much required for the growth of these plants and also the trees. Okay, and this degraded soil, it does not support any type of crop production, and also that leads towards the low crop productivity. Why? Because if this soil erosion continuously occur, means overall that fertile soil will going to be removed from that layer. Okay, that will only use that leads towards the low crop productivity. Means you can see this picture, in this picture only you can imagine, because in this one overall if that soil erosion does not happen in that agricultural fields, means our overall fields will be like this. If this soil erosion is like this, means it will become just dried. Okay, next one is clogging of waterways. And in this clogging of waterways, the agricultural soil, it will contain so many of pesticides, insecticides, and also the fertilizer. Why? Because nowadays for the growth of these crops also, every farmer he is using the inorganic materials, means like pesticides they are using, and fertilizers, insecticides, or another chemical fertilizers they are using. So when they are using that type of overall that type of chemical in the agricultural fields, means that also going to pollute in the water bodies. When these soil will going to flow in that overall direction, means in the soil will be contain this type of pollutants. Okay, pollutants like nothing but some chemicals which are inorganic. Okay, when these inorganic substances that will go towards the water bodies, that will clog at some part. Okay, here you can see this one. This is the clogging. Means when this clogging nothing but settlement of that inorganic particles or settlement of this soil also. If soil flows, means it will flows towards the one place to another place. Okay, there if this sediments it will accumulate in the water, and also it gives rise to the water level, which will be resulting in the floods also. Means if this overall when soil erosion occurred, sometimes that will means these winds, water, that will remove the top layer of the soil. When it is removing the top layer of the soil also, overall there will be so much vegetation and some insects also going towards in that soil erosion only. Means when this soil erosion part that will goes into the waterways, means that will just settle in that waterways only, and that will going to clog that waterways. Means sediment also going to accumulate in this water only. Because of this sediments and also the soil erosion part, that will give rise to the rise in the water levels also. Next one is air pollution. And in this air pollution, there will be so many dust particles that will just merge into the air. That will result towards this air pollution. Means why? Because from the so many industries or pharma companies or some other companies who will be manufacturing some product, means continuously that factories have to be run. Means if they are manufacturing some products, means they have to use the different types of chemicals in that one. For the formation of some products, they have to use the chemicals. When they are using that chemicals for that manufacturing, means some waste will come. Okay, that waste can be just released into the water bodies, or that air can be just injected into the air also. Okay, that pull overall that wastage, means that very bad smoke can be just they will release from these tunnels also, that will directly released into the air. Some of these toxic substances such as pesticides and also the petroleum, these are very much hazard towards us. Why? Because when we are going to inhale this type of gases, means that will go, means we are going to um, get some respiratory problems, some heart diseases like that one. So we have to be very careful when we are living nearer by these factories also. And also some of the dust plumes from this arid and also the semi-arid region, it can also cause the air pollution when these winds can come. Why? Because we can just imagine that we are not living in that factory area, so that we can't get this type of um, diseases like respiratory diseases like that one, means asthma like that one. But when this wind will move from one place to another place, this wind also is going to get this overall air pollution towards our area. Means because of this dust plumes also from the arid and also the semi-arid region, this can be going to happen in some of the regions also. Next one is desertification. Here, this is one of the major factor for this major factor of this soil erosion. Why? Because we can say this desertification is nothing but the transformation of the habitable regions into the deserts. Means because of this erosion, when top layer of the soil, means top layer will be having some nutrients and also the minerals in that soil part. When that can be removed, means soil erosion can be occurred at that time because of this natural resources that can directly cause the desertification. And when this happen, means it transforms the habitable regions into the deserts. Here you can see the picture. Why? Because here one of the agricultural field, because of the soil erosion also, it can convert into the desert like region. So this desertification is one of the main factor for this soil erosion. And next one is when we are doing this deforestation and also destructive of this lands also, it is going to worsen the overall situation, that also cause this desertification. And sometimes this will lead to the loss of this biodiversity and degradation of that soil, and that will impact directly towards the ecosystem of the overall our earth. Okay, that's why deforestation and this desertification and destruction of that land also is very much means it will affect the overall ecosystem, and this ecosystem give rise to these greenhouse gases also. And next one is destruction of the infrastructure. And in this destruction of the infrastructure, there is accumulation of the soil sediments in dams and along the some of the water bodies. Means when they are comes along these banks also, that can reduce their efficiency. Why? Because when this soil erosion happen, these soil erosion particles that will go towards the dams like that one, means there, because of this erosion particles also, dam is going to be damaged. Why? Because when these winds or water, means at the time of tsunamis or at the time of this tufans also, wind will be very at a very high speed it is going to occur, and also the means tsunamis also occurred at the very high speed. When this type of hazard disasters is going to be happen, that overall soil erosion is going to take place, and so much part of the soil can be taken away, and that can be retained on the nearby dams also, and that also cause the overall dam failure sometimes. And sometimes other than this dam failures also, there will be very much damage towards the infrastructure also. Mainly it will overall affect the infrastructural projects like dams, embankments, and also the drainage systems. When this drainage system is damaged, means there will be no supplying of the water or supplying of the septic tanks, like that one also, means that type of formed means. Next one is causes. Other than this effects of this soil erosion, we can know the causes of this soil erosion, means from where these causes are going to be happen, like that one. Here, first one, coming to the first one, that is causes of soil erosion. In these causes of soil erosion, first one is rainfall and also the flooding. And in this rainfall and flooding, when this rainfall occurring is very high speed, means at the very high intensity, these rainstorms can be occurred, means that is one of the biggest cause of this soil erosion. Means from this rainfall and flooding also, we can be know the causes of this soil erosion from this one, that is rill erosion, gully erosion, sheet erosion, and also the splash erosion. This one I already told you. Rill erosion, nothing but what means overall in a very narrow space, our water or soil can be a flow. Means at that time soil erosion occurred, means from this one only on the soil, when there is ice, means when that only some part at the narrow space these erosion happen, means overall that layer will be look like some that flowing area we have to look after, that is that land is dried also. Next one is gully erosion. Gully erosion, nothing but within a vast area flowing of this soil can be seen. And next one is sheet erosion. Sheet erosion, nothing but the top layer of this soil can be seen, and this can be damaged towards the agricultural field mainly. And next one is splash erosion. And in this splash erosion can be caused due to the raindrops. When the raindrops fall on the land also, that will create the soil, means that will create the some space for this for this erosion, means that at that place erosion is occurred because of these raindrops. We can see that one. Okay. And in this one, when these raindrops that will disperse the soil also, it can be that soil can be washed out easily into the nearby downstream conditions like rivers and also streams also. These regions are very much heavy and their frequent rainfall can be seen. There only these splash erosion can be seen. And during this flowing of the water also, and the time of floods, soil can be eroded easily. Why? Because at that time a lot of soil can be creates this rock cut basins and also the path holes it can causes. And here you can see, because of this splash erosion, you can see this dirty water. This is dirty water, nothing but soil water. When this will goes towards these rivers or any streams, means it will sediment at some area. Means because of this sediment also, flowing of that flowing ability of that water bodies can be reduced. Why? Because that will be nothing but the clogging of that soil vegetation sometimes. And next one is agriculture. Due to this one of the main cause of this soil erosion is also agriculture. Here what will happen means these farming practices are also one of the major disturbances towards this soil erosion. Why? Because when any person is doing the agriculture, means they have to disturb the soil. Means they have to firstly, if we want that area to be agricultural fields, means trees have to be cleared first of all, and next is land have to plowed, means so that after plowing they can sow some new seeds, like that one. So when this process is going on, means these when these crops are grown during this spring season, the land will lies fallow during the winter season. What will happen means at that time most of the soil can be eroded during these winters. So if our agricultural field is full of crops means soil cannot be eroded. Okay, but in winter season this soil erosion can be seen frequently. And also when we are growing these lands, when growing of lands so that we can just go for this agricultural purpose, we have to grow the land. When that growing of land by using these vehicles like tractors like that one means that will also make the natural pathway for this water. So at that time what will happen means fine soil particles can be easily eroded by this wind also. And when we are means ploughing or when we are growing the land also, at that time wind can be happen, means very minute winds can be happen. At that time soil can be easily eroded. Okay, like here means after the erosion this one. And next one is grazing. Here grazing nothing but the feeding of the livestock onto the means feeding them on the agricultural feeds or on the vegetation. Why? Because when these grazing of these animals feed on these grasses also, that will remove overall vegetation from that land. If we are going to remove that vegetation part means there will be this soil is exposed. When the soil is exposed means when any some natural sources like wind, water, because of this one soil is going to be eroded at that time. So their hooves means these animals hooves can be churn up the overall soil here. Means when they are eating that, when these buffaloes or any cows or some animals, when they are going to pluck that plants also, they are going to pluck that plants by these roots only. When they are plucking, that soil is going to be loosen its nature. Okay, when the soil loosen its nature means automatically that will prone towards the soil erosion. Means if wind occurs means that will going to easily soil erosion can be taken place. When water means water, because of this water bodies also this soil erosion can be taken place. And next one is logging and also the mining. Here we are going to, for this mining process or this logging process, we are going to cut the number of trees. Means if we are going to do any type of this activity like logging means, logging will comes from what? From the trees only. When we are cutting these trees means automatically trees are going to hold the soil very firmly. Means it will trees are going to means firmly it is going to attach towards the soil. When these trees are cut and from roots it is going to be plucked means that canopy of the trees will protect the soil from the heavy rainfall. So if these trees are plucked means automatically soil erosion can be done. Okay, when this logging process started means from this logging process also these soil can be eroded easily. Why? Because when we are going to pluck the trees with its roots means overall soil is going to loosen its nature. Okay, overall that soil particle will loosen. At that time if wind or water bodies like the sources occurred means it is going to lose its overall soil, means top layer of that soil can be loosened easily. And the next one is that is mining action. And in this mining action we are going to disturb the overall land there. Means disturbing of this land also that will leave the soil to prone towards the erosion. So we have to, we can't do means we can't do the means any precautions to take because of this soil erosion. Why? Because if we want soil cannot be eroded means deforestation cannot be done, logging cannot be done, mining cannot be done. So by this only we can be easily we can save the soil from not to be eroded. Next one is construction. Means for the construction of any type of buildings or any type of houses also we are going to just cut out the trees. So at that time what will happen means because of this construction of roads and also the building we are going to expose soil towards this soil towards the erosion. because of this soil erosion also, these soil can be exposed towards the natural sources, means soil erosion can be taken easily. And likewise here in forest and also the grasslands, when they are cleared from this construction purpose, means those soil is going to be exposed and making it vulnerable towards the erosion here. Okay, means here you can see, means for the construction they already cut all the trees, and by using that bulldozers or cranes also, they are just plucking the small vegetation also. Means by this one, soil will get loosened, soil particles will be going to be loosened. At that time, almost erosion can be easily started because of the wind, like that one. Next one is rivers and streams. And here, when there is a flowing of the rivers or any water bodies like streams, they will just carry away the soil particles. Means because of this carrying of the soil particles, that will lead towards the V-shaped erosion activity. That is also one of the main cause of this soil erosion. And next one is heavy winds. And here, when heavy winds means like when there will be occurring of the any type of cyclones or any type of tufans, heavy winds can be easily happen. Means when these heavy winds occurred during this dry season also, means dry season like summer season, in the semi-arid region, what will happen means in the next second only, these due to these heavy winds, overall soil particles can be carried away easily. Means from one place to very far away place, this wind can carry that soil particles. This also degrades the soil, and that will also results towards the desertification. Means desertification nothing but what? Vegetation soil we are converting into the desert soil. So by this heavy winds also, we are going towards this soil erosion. Okay, these are the references books. Thank you everyone.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.